Cześć!
Hi, today we are dealing with another stereotype quite controversial. Idiot, stupid, imbecile. Probably everyone has heard these terms, but few know the definition. They are used usually incorrectly. Some people with hearing perceive this to deaf people, which is absolutely hurtful and untrue. As an explanation, see the definition of these words. Debilism, a disease that is a mild mental subnormality. The most common to people with IQ in a range of 69 to 55 points. Imbecility, an indicator disease to a medium mental disability, specify people with IQ level of 54 to 35 points. Idiocy, self-impairment, where is the person IQ level is below 35 points. People called idiots stop at constant level about 6 years old child mind. Deaf people are not retarded. What's more, due to lack of loss of one of the senses, they have much better developed others. Deaf often better than hearing people in many ways, such as they are much more sensitive to movement. You wish you have a player in your team that follows the ball movement with such a reflex. Unlimited by imposed ways of thinking or the key of correct thinking, they are exceptionally creative, and their fantasy and imagination are not limited as the average adult hearing person. So why do hearing people sometimes think deaf are retarded? It's hard to answer why. No research has been done on this subject, and no one will openly admit being based. I've heard that the facial expressions of the deaf sometimes evoke various associations. In fact, deaf people are much more facial expression. Hearing people do not pay much attention to this, even without changing the expressions of the face. Through the timbre and pitch of the voice, the level of decibels, the speed of speech and multiplied of adjective, they give each statement appropriate features. A human face can express over 10,000 types of expression, 3,000 of which are emotional signals. Take a look at the examples. See how the eyebrows, corners of the mouth and expressions of the eyes are arranged? Hearing people, of course, depending on this. They are not expressive as deaf. The reason is quite simple. Deaf people use a small number of adjectives, so they define the expression of their statements with facial expressions. Deaf people spend a lot of effort to make the statement appropriate. Fortunately, which makes me very happy, the stereotype is appearing less and less. But I felt it's too important to issue, it's not to mention it. Therefore, in the next films, you can expect an episode about outstanding and quite ordinary deaf with surprising hobbies and professions. If you have questions, write. We'll answer all of them. All the best and see you soon. Deafness. It does not concern me.